who can resist the rich, moist, fudgy, chocolatey goodness of a brownie? Not me. And I didn't have to give it up, and neither do you. Because today I'm going to teach you the no guilt brownie. Well, hey, just the other day I was in the grocery store next to a woman who bought a $1 box of brownie mix. So I said to her, if you had the choice between a sugar-free, wheat-free brownie and a $1 brownie, which one would you choose? Well, she said, we all know sugar's bad for us, and so many people are allergic to wheat, but I guess we're all just creatures of habit. So I say, well, what would it take to make you switch? And she said, I guess all it would take is for somebody to show me how. And that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to show you how to make a no guilt brownie. Ready? Here we go. We're going to start with 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 2 eggs, and a ½ cup of agave. And it's going to go into the mixer, and we're going to blend it together. Here we go. And we're just going to scoop our agave in. Make sure we get all that yummy honey substitute goodness into the bowl. And just lower and put on low. Great, that was part 1. Now we're going to go to part 2, to the food processor. Add 3/4 cup of coconut date rolls into your food processor. I like to squish them up a little bit. And your ½ cup of almond milk. Okay, it's that easy. Put you on your lid to the food processor. You know they're done when the paste balls up. Next we'll add in our tahini. If you want to wear a bikini, eat my tahini. And our secret ingredient, black beans. Now keep your minds open. No judgments yet. This is a mini meal in a brownie. Throw in our 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and our 3 teaspoons of stevia. Put it on. You can see the batter is nice and smooth. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to bring this over here. First, when you use the food processor, you want to take out the blade, okay? And the best thing to do is to scrape the batter off the blade and in to your mixer. Perfect. And it comes off really nicely, and just throw that in your sink. And now we can scoop out this batter and place it right in to our mixing bowl. Great. Now, keep an open mind, like I said, it's not brownies yet. That comes with our next ingredient. And that is the carob. Now, this is the ingredient that makes it look like brownies. See how it's getting dark, rich, moist, and chocolatey? That's all our carob. We'll speed it up. And just to show you, that's our chocolatey goodness. All right, now we're going to add our dry ingredients. So I'm going to get a bowl. And we're going to start with buckwheat flour. 2 cups of buckwheat flour. All right. And a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of baking powder, and now this is xanthan gum, and this is the next ingredient. Now, some of you may not know xanthan gum because you haven't done any wheat-free baking, but this is the ingredient that's necessary to add to any baked goods that are wheat-free. Why? Because wheat contains a glutinous protein chain that makes everything stick together and rise. However, buckwheat flour is gluten-free, and so we're going to add the xanthan gum. It's gummy and will actually bind everything together. Okay, so now we're just going to mix that all together and get my spoon and give it a few turns of the spoon. It's that simple. Now we're just going to add to the brownie mix. So we'll lower our paddle and get it going. And slowly just shake in your flour. And this is how you can tell that it's brownie. It will stick to the paddle. And we'll just scrape it off our paddle. Beautiful, look at that. Take the paddle right off, put it in the sink, and I'm gonna prepare my pan. Now, I want you to get some cooking spray, okay? And spray an 8x8 pan. Perfect. Now, take a little gluten-free flour. You can use brown rice flour or buckwheat flour is great. Sprinkle it in the pan, and then give it the shake, okay? Come over to the kitchen sink, and get rid of the excess. Perfect. Now, we're ready to go into the pan. Now, the key to this recipe is actually having a little bit of coconut oil to help spread it once we get it into the pan, okay? Your best bet is to now take a little coconut oil. Here we go. I usually take about a tablespoon on the back of my spatula. Because remember, there's no fat really in this recipe except for the tahini, and see how nicely it spreads. And if you have to add a little bit more coconut oil, go for it. Coconut oil is a medium chain fat. It is good for you, and actually it's going to make a nice topping to keep the moistness in the brownie while it bakes. There you go, perfect. Spread it out evenly. Lastly, we're gonna add about a half a cup of Brazil nuts on top. Just sprinkle and spread. And that's it. These babies are ready to go. Let's pop them in the oven. Bake at 350 degrees for 45 to 50 minutes. And in they go. When we come back, a taste test.